Did you guys watch yesterday's episode of Mr. Shirt of the Day?
Yeah.
Which shirt was it? She remembered.
It was the Tupac. Oh.
No, the Tupac's is maybe today. Just kidding. Hey, let's get started with today's Mr. Shirt of the Day. Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome to today's Mr. Shirt of the Day. My name is Mr. Albert Lopez, and for today's episode, we're going to be reviewing a shirt back from the year 2000. That's right, it's a vintage baseball shirt. In specific, it was the World Series of 2000. And the two teams that were in the World Series were the New York Mets and the New York Yankees. If this is the first time you joining us, in this show, what we do is we pick out one shirt every day, which is why we call it Mr. Shirt of the Day, and we review the shirt's details. It could be a very simple shirt, or it could be a shirt with a full body graphic, and we get into the details and pointing out the things that I find, things that I see, things that stand out. We also get into the size and the material within the shirt. Let's get started with today's Mr. Shirt of the Day. Alright, so let's take a look at this awesome graphic. Let's break it down. We have the Subway Series, World Series 2000, Roger Clemens, Mike Piazza, a classic cab, New York versus New York. Let's check it out. So right at the top it says Subway Series. The S's probably have the coolest design on the font. It's just there, it's there, and it's there. The power of threes, right? That's pretty cool right there. Then this logo right here I find pretty neat too. The logo for the 2000 series is just really cool wraparound designs and the triangle in the back. And of course the classic MLB logo. You got a nice young solid Mike Piazza there rocking the number 31 in the pinstripes on a beast power string right there. Roger Clemens, I believe that is. I did a little research and he also has pinstripes. It looks like, you know what, I made a mistake. No, I apologize. We have Roger Clemens with the pinstripes and we have Mike Piazza with, my gosh, is it, or it's just wrinkles? The graphic is pretty detailed, but it does have some cracking in it, so I can't tell whether those are cracks from the graphic or stripes. Ah, my goodness. Okay, well, just to show you the character that the shirt has, it's pretty detailed. You do have the NYC in the background, and one thing that we're gonna have to pay very special attention to is, yes, right here, the beautiful Twin Towers that we all remember every September. Wow. Okay, I just spotted those right now actually. Let me take those in for a moment. So now we have a cab down here at the bottom. The old school cabs. This is old school. I have to assume it might be a Cadillac, but that has that beautiful grille, the big lights in the front, big heavy bumper. Reminds you of the nowadays bumpers. Yeah, right. And then nice solid chrome rims, the trim, and the checkers. You can't forget the checkers of the old school cabs right there. Well known in the back in the day New York. How many cabs are still out there as opposed to like Ubers and Lyfts? Do me a favor, if you're a New York resident, give me some insight and some info on how many cabs do you see like this still. Shout out to my cousin Adrian if he checks out this video. He lives out there with his lovely wife Lisa. Give me some insight. Let me know. Do they still have cabs like this out there, or just Ubers and Lyfts? And then at the bottom you have New York Yankees versus New York Mets. See if we can get into focus down here. 2000, and then you have an association logo here, I believe is what it is. Player Conference, MLBPA, I think is what it says in the corner. We do have a little bit of graphic cracking going on along the solid pieces. I don't know if you could see that, but they took the time even to do a shadow. You see how it goes from dark to light, so it's not so much two-dimensional, it's definitely like three-dimensional with shadow, which is really cool. The overlay on the players is a realistic picture, of course, yet the cab is more of semi-realistic, a little bit cartoony, so it does bring a good combination of both styles of art and makes it just stand out, just like 3D kind of. And you can't forget, of course, each team's beautiful logo. You have the Mets there, And you have the NY logo that was, of course, made even that much more popular. Besides the awesome ball players that have came out of this team, we got to give credit to Mr. Jay-Z for making that logo very popular as well. And there you have it, the Subway Series Year 2000 World Series, New York Yankees versus the New York Mets for today's Mr. Shirt of the Day. Alright, so that's going to do it for today's episode of Mr. Shirt of the Day. Thank you so much for watching. Now do me a favor, down below in the comments, let me know if you were actually live at this baseball game. Comment if you were at the stadiums watching this series, this World Series Year 2000. Also in the comments, if you weren't there but actually watched it on TV live, leave a comment down below on where you were at, meaning like if it was at your house, at a friend's house, family member's home, and any memorable moment that might have stood out during that series. Also down below, if your team won, comment that your team won. If your team didn't win, also leave a comment, let me know. And lastly, if you're just a baseball fan in general and appreciate just a good game and you have a team that you like, leave a comment down below on what team is your team and what your favorite player is if you have one. Thanks for watching today's Mr. Shirt of the Day, and I'd like to also invite you to follow me over on Instagram where we can interact a little bit more, kind of what I do on a day-to-day, and I also give notifications on when I'm going to come on live on YouTube and when a new video is up. And also here on YouTube, don't forget to hit the notification bell, because this way you get alerted as to when a new episode of Mr. Shirt of the Day comes up. And also, I go live once or twice a week, and I do something called Clothing Haul Showcase, where I showcase just brand new merchandise that just came in, and maybe we could interact there, and you could also vote or give me a suggestion on what shirt from that haul I could use for an up-and-coming episode of Mr. Shirt of the Day. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time for Mr. Shirt of the Day.